The Consumer Reports, a trusted consumer product watchdog, has released a list of most reliable and least reliable cars for 2024. Unsurprisingly, Toyota has most cars in the top 10, headlined by the 4Runner, Camry Hybrid and RAV4, all in the top 4. Another report by J.D. Power, another trusted consumer product watchdog, ranks Lexus and Toyota as the two most reliable car brands. Given that Lexus is a luxury fraction of Toyota, it is as simple as saying Toyota is the most reliable car brand. According to J.D. Power, Toyota and Lexus cars exhibit fewer problems per 1,000 vehicles. Coming in third, fourth and fifth are Buick, Chevrolet and BMW owned Mini. Now that you know about the most reliable car brands and models, the question is, which brands are least reliable? And more importantly, which car models should you avoid in 2024? To answer the first question, Consumer Reports mentions the Chrysler, Mercedes-Benz and Rivian as the three cars with the worst reliability score. Others include Volkswagen, Jeep, Volvo and GMC. Hence, their models will form the bulk of this video review. I'll emphasize cars that will likely not last more than 60,000 miles. Remember, a well-maintained quality car can last up to 200,000 miles and a few up to 300,000 miles. And while 100,000 to 200,000 is acceptable for use options, anything below 60,000 miles is just unacceptable. Let's look at the worst 9. The car at position 1 will most likely surprise you. In number 9, GMC Sierra 1500. Aesthetically, the GMC Sierra 1500 has everything you want in a modern pickup truck. It has an impressive towing capacity of 13,000 pounds, a deeper bed to hold more stuff, and all-weather solid wheels for all-season riding. The touchscreen and climate controls are equally excellent, but that's about it. According to Consumer Reports, the 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 has lower reliability than the average new car, and they aren't the only ones who think so. Edmunds, a reliable car reviewer, awards it with an overall 3.8 consumer review star rating, which is underwhelming. According to the website, some customers complain of issues such as shaky transmission, cheaper materials, sensor failure, weak fog lights, unfriendly climate controls, and low-quality seat, things that may require a replacement. So instead of taking a gamble with the GMC Sierra 1500, consider the ever-reliable Toyota Tundra or Ford F350 Super Duty. In number 8, Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue is often mentioned alongside the Chevrolet Equinox, Ford Escape, Ford Bronco Sport and Dodge Hornet as the most budget-friendly compact SUVs. While that's true, it's also true that the Rogue doesn't always guarantee value for money. Yes, this SUV is relatively quiet, agile and user-friendly. And you want that from your day-to-day SUV. Its reliability, however, does not convince Consumer Reports and Edmunds. Part of the reason is the number of NHTSA recalls the SUV has suffered in recent memories due to the quality and safety concerns. The 2024 Nissan Rogue, for example, has already been recalled 4 times by the NHTSA for reasons like unreliable and unsafe seatbelts, unsecure seats, and airbag deployment failure. Edmunds reports that consumers also complain about engine malfunction, fuel leaks, and emissions, which make it a no-go zone, and you would rather settle for the dependable Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V. In number 7, Infiniti QX50. Infiniti X50 will likely appear when searching for a luxury crossover. After all, very few brands can rival Infiniti, a luxury fraction of Nissan in luxury vehicles, but even so, the Q50 doesn't cut based on reliability. This crossover only gets a 3.3 consumer rating on Edmunds.com and an average reliability score on Consumer Reports, and the reasons are pretty devastating. According to Edmunds, consumers are upset with fuel leaks, poor tech, and transmission failure. While some are happy with its aesthetic, comfort and luxury, it's hard to overlook the concerns that indicate you'll need to replace a few things sooner than expected. Thus, instead of taking a gamble, consider the highly rated BMW X1 or Lexus RX. Wait a minute, I know you are enjoying this video. What about you give me a thumbs up by liking it? Then subscribe and hit that notification bell for the latest epic videos. Let's continue. In number 6, Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The Jeep Grand Cherokee L gives you something extra on what you get from the Jeep Grand Cherokee: additional seating. Its spacious 3-row seats are a selling point. Plus, you can't overlook its luxurious look and feel. Sadly, it misses the mark where it matters the most, and that is reliability. The Consumer Report scores it 23 out of 100, which is relatively poor. On the other hand, Edmunds rates it at 3.3 out of 5, which is also not the most impressive rating. According to consumers, this mid-size SUV looks good but suffers an array of issues such as electrical system failure, airbag failure, brake failure, and brake assist failure, among others. Not only are these reliability issues but also safety concerns, making the Jeep Grand Cherokee L a no-no. Instead, go for the safer and more reliable Lexus GX and BMW X6. In number 5, Rivian R1T. Electric pickup trucks rarely come around, especially those with massive tow capacity. So it's easy to be swayed by the Rivian R1T once you hear it's all electric and can tow up to 11,000 pounds. Moreover, its acceleration matches that of a ferocious supercar, owing to its powerful 835 horsepower powertrain. But wait for a minute, the Rivian R1T misses the most crucial mark, which is reliability. Edmunds rates it at 3.6 of 5 based on consumer reviews, and the reasons include battery charging and connection issues. Meanwhile, Consumer Reports gives the 2024 Rivian a consumer reliability score of 22 of 100, which is quite underwhelming. With such features, you should choose a proven performer like Ford F-150 Lightning or Chevrolet Silverado EV. In number 4, Volvo XC60. The Volvo XC60 shares a lot with its larger sibling, the Volvo XC90. We're talking about elegance, cutting-edge car tech, and uncluttered interior, to name a few. However, when it comes to what matters the most, and that's reliability, the Volvo V60 lags. Consumer Reports give a reliability score of 21 of 100 for it, while Edmunds rates it at 3.6 of 5, which are not decent ratings. According to consumers, the Volvo XC60 has never-ending issues like overheating engine, severe engine vibrations, and battery charging problems. One customer on Edmunds actually wants, buy it at your own peril. So why take the risk when other good luxury compact SUVs like the Audi Q5 and Acura ADX exist? They're not just classy and luxurious, but reliable too. In number 3, Ford F-150 Hybrid. The Ford F-150 Hybrid's exterior and cabin were revamped in 2021. At the same time, everyone thought it was time for the full-size pickup truck to subdue the market entirely. Perhaps it did, but only for a while, as the likes of Toyota Tacoma, Ford Ranger, and Chevrolet Colorado have been the go-to large pickup trucks in recent years. According to Consumer Reports, the Ford F-150 Hybrid only has a reliable score of 19 of 100, which is disheartening for a truck based on its build and specs. It doesn't surprise me, however, given the issues customers raise. According to Edmunds.com, most customers aren't happy with the pickup truck's overall quality. They mention the rattling doors, cheaper interior materials, electrical issues, and bad battery, to name a few. In number 2, Volkswagen Taurus. Traditionally, the German automobile manufacturer Volkswagen has made decent SUVs. The price is often right, and customers hardly complain about the quality or performance. That was until the 2024 Volkswagen Taurus hit the market and the reception wasn't that good. With a Consumer Reports reliability score of 18 of 100, you can't help but just hesitate to go ahead with this purchase. Part of the reason is the subcompact SUV's repetitive failure rate, especially related to the fuel pump, electrical system, brakes, and engine. The Technic isn't great either. And as reported by Edmunds, you may have to start replacing the wheels as soon as they start squeaking, and that doesn't take a while. So, the Volkswagen Taos is out of the question if you're looking for the next generation subcompact SUV to drive for more than 100,000 miles. Instead, consider the ever-dependable Toyota CHR, Buick Encol, and Chevrolet trucks. In number 1, Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. The worst and least reliable car, according to Consumer Reports, is the 2024 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. You might be surprised by this as America's longest-selling minivan, known for its spaciousness and excellent fuel economy. Even so, Consumer Reports could only award it with a consumer reliability score of 18 of 100, which is the lowest, mainly because the current Pacifica Hybrid has a myriad of issues. We're discussing recurrent wiring and transmission failure, battery charging issues, noisy engine, unsupportive rear seats, low-quality cabin materials, and frequent power loss. Some customers also complain of a fire risk attributed to its high-voltage battery. So, not only do you have to worry about its reliability, but also its safety score, which makes it a no-go zone. Instead, opt for a more reliable and safer minivan like the Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna. There you have it. Those are the 9 least reliable cars you can't count to last past 60,000 miles. So, you may want to avoid them. Instead, consider options with a long life cycle. And here is a video on 10 most reliable SUVs that can last over 300,000 miles that you'll enjoy watching. See you there.